Real estate investment is perhaps one of the safest and fastest platforms to build wealth. But to leverage real estate investment to build wealth means that you want to take the time to truly understand the many moving parts to real estate investment. Today, I want us to do a deep dive into a concept that we call the appraisal process. Over the last few days, I did a few programs that cover a number of important touch points of the appraisal process. Today, we will look at the cost approach appraisal. Now, in the cost approach appraisal, there are three distinct areas that should stand out to you. The first is called the replacement cost versus the reproduction cost. You also have depreciation and you also have the land value. Now, when you combine these three statistics, is what enables you to arrive at an actual cost for the estate. And just let me get just a little bit more clearer on how this concept works. The appraiser comes up with an estimate to replace the entire estate. And in doing so, they also take factors like how long the estate would have been in existence, so as to arrive at what is known as depreciation. The depreciation is now discounted from the actual cost, and then the land value is added to that cost. And in this process, you're now able to arrive at what is known as the cost appreciation approach in terms of the appraisal process. Having said that, there are also other moving parts that you want to consider during this exercise. For example, when we talk of depreciation, there are many types of depreciation, and as a beginner in real estate investment, you need to take the time to understand this, because failing to understand this, you can set yourself up to be hurt in many different ways. So let's talk about depreciation. First of all, there's what is known as physical depreciation. And physical depreciation naturally occurs depending on how the building itself is aging. And you need to be aware of this process and how it impacts the value of the estate. There's also what is known as functional obsolescence. And taking the time to understand functional obsolescence is absolutely necessary. There are two categories of the functional obsolescence. One, there is curable functional obsolescence, and there's incurable functional obsolescence. Now, you need to understand this, because if you're invested in real estate and you're not taking all of these factors into consideration, and you invest and then discover that you have these functional depreciations within the estate, it definitely is going to affect your investment portfolio. Last but not least, you also need to take the time to understand what is known as economic obsolescence. Yes, there's what is also known as economic obsolescence, and this in most cases you do not have control over it, because it's neighborhood conditions that literally can have this negative impact on the estate. Now, as I said early on, in many cases you cannot do anything about this unless you have very heavy pocket and you're perhaps able to leverage gentrification. That's a popular term used in developed world to build around negative situation, buy it out, and remodel the entire community. I wish you luck if you're that heavy pocket. But these are very important concepts that you want to think about when you're positioning yourself as a beginner who wants to invest in real estate. There are multiple moving parts, and you at least need to take the time to understand the fundamental moving parts of real estate investment. We at Global Capital Inc. and 10X Branding and Marketing LLC out of New York, We have launched a signature project titled Pitch Deck 101.earth, so I encourage you to look at that website so you can learn more about what we're doing and how we can help you to make impact in business and in life. Be blessed and see you soon.